SLCC Channel 97 presents the Administration Update with Jason Ewals and Christopher Mitchell.
Hello and welcome to another Administration Update with your hosts, Jason Ewals and Christopher Mitchell. I want to welcome everyone, and we're going to go ahead and give you an update on some of the items for the month of June. So first, let me start off with I am no longer the interim food and beverage director. We actually have hired a food and beverage director. That is Eric Winsel. He began working here June 3rd. He's completed 2 weeks, and we're hitting him with a lot of stuff. He came during the time of Charity Week. So that was a sink or swim moment.
Yeah, it's trial by fire. That's
right.
the way we like to do it.
That's how we do it. So another thing that we are working on is the end of the month brunch extravaganza will be held June 30th from 11 to 3 at your Sandwich and restaurant. Beginning July 1st, we do have new hours for the Sandwich. We will be opening on Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. This is based pretty much a business decision based on the members who we are hoping to have more members attend during that time. We just haven't seen that participation. So what we'll be doing again, July 1st, we'll open our Sandwich on Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. And lastly, as a reminder, the service charge will be leaving Sun Lakes due to SB 478. No service charges, no junk fees, etc. And so you will see, and actually we're starting early, June 18th, you will see on the tickets that the service charge is eliminated. We will have at the bottom of the ticket an auto calculator that says if you have an 18%, 20%, or 22%, and what that corresponding dollar amount is. So you don't need to have a calculator handy. Instead, you'll have your total, and then at the bottom you'll see I wanted to contribute 20% leave a 20% gratuity. You can do that. It's auto calculated at the bottom. Please remember, servers and bartenders rely on tips. We hope that the members will be generous for the services that they provide. Banquets, we will include the gratuity in the price of the food. So when you get a total per plate per person, that gratuity is included. And so that's some of the things that are going on with food and beverage. What other stuff, Jason? What other admin updates?
Well, the big one is every 2 years we have the age verification. So that's been going on since January. That went out in the March lifestyles. So you should have an insert in there. And if you needed more than one, you just come down to the office or you come down to the main clubhouse and grab one. Now, the date on there to return those back by is June 28th. So make sure you get those in. That date is coming up closely.
It is.
We want to get as many as we can in. Do keep in mind that the board can fine a resident for not turning these in.
Yep.
So make sure you get those in as fast as you can. If you have any questions, please call the office. I know Chelsea in the office has been calling people and reminding them, and has been doing a great job getting all those put together.
Good deal.
So again, that's a year's worth of work every 2 years. So.
Yes, it is.
Other than that, evenings on the veranda. They started back in May. Great way to come out and meet your friends, neighbors, hang out with friends and neighbors, have some good drinks. We got the lobby bar there that's open right there, the Cheers bar as people are calling it.
Cheers bar, yes.
So make sure you stop by there. Great entertainment the first evening on the veranda, the first Wednesday of the month with Renee Rochinaro throughout the summer.
Perfect.
Keep in mind we also have our weekend entertainment too. It's Friday and Saturdays out on the veranda. There we have two bars. We have the lobby bar and we have the bar outside.
Yes,
so great way to serve everybody and get those lines through quickly. Otherwise, keep in mind, we just every month we do our walkthroughs. The Master Association, we do, Chris and myself do a walkthrough with the president and vice president monthly, go through the clubhouses and common area, as well as with the sub-associations. We go through landscape walkthroughs monthly. Actually just finished all three of them today. So back to back to back, just get them done and then out. So if there is any issues you have, especially in the subs, make sure you call the operations department, talk to McKenna, let her know. She puts it on the list so we can review it at the walkthroughs. Finally, questions that come about. rentals in Sun Lakes. How many are there? What's the actual percentage? I've heard numbers up to 40%.
Yeah.
It's like
A lot of
nowhere
rumors.
even close. Yes. So currently we are roughly between 10 and 12% of the 3,327 units here in Sun Lakes are rentals. So that, you're roughly 350 to 400 or
Right,
so
right.
throughout. A lot of those are kind of concentrated in the sub-associations. So we see a little more there, a little higher percentage within the subs, but as the overall Sun Lakes, anywhere between 10 and 12%.
Got it.
So I know, Chris, those are some updates. I know there's continued. We always have updates going on. Everything, a lot of stuff going on.
One thing also is our street sweeping. This was brought up at the delegates meeting. The second and the fourth Thursday of each month, street sweeping occurs. And so we're going to put this on the website. We'll be updating community at the open session, as well as the next delegate assembly. But there is a map. There's a little flyer. And we'll actually even put it on the calendar on the second and the fourth Thursdays of each month to remind members. Go to your calendar on the website. Look, oh my gosh, it is street sweeping Thursday. So please remember that. The manager report is for March and April is out. This is a great, again, put this out. I get the information from my leadership team to populate this and put it together. This is actually Chris Mitchell putting it together. It's not some mysterious person in the corporate world. I actually go through this with my team. Great information, projects, different information from the departments, what initiatives we're working on, and financial key indicators that we use and what we look at. And so, again, you can find this online. Hope you take a look at it for the May report. That will be coming out before the end of June. Okay, then we have planning compliance, working on houses in disrepair. This was brought up during the delegates. I know some members have brought it up. There's a vacant house or there is a bank-owned house. And so we've asked the delegates, and this came up at the last delegate meeting, please communicate to Jason and myself houses that you feel are in disrepair so we can follow up. We try to catch as many as we can during our patrols, but if a member says this house is vacant, or a delegate says this house has been vacant and we're concerned, let us know. There's a process that we have to go through under the civil code is that we have to send the citation or violation and hearing notice out to the last owner of record. Then we have to have a meeting, even if the member or the owner, whoever doesn't show up, I still have to have that meeting. The board then makes a decision to do what's called self-help. Self-help is where the association will go in and either tear down a tree, fix the yard, and charge that property owner. But it's then required after, if no one shows up to the hearing, or they do, a result of that hearing is then sent to them after the board makes the decision. Then within 30 days, for example, if the board says that house needs self-help, within 30 days after the date of the hearing, the association can then go on the property and clean whatever the issue with the yard, trees, etc. So this is a process that we'll look to start a rolling 90 days. It's about 90 days that it takes, and so we'll start a rolling one for several of our habitual offenders, let's call it. So that is something that the goal is to continue this cycle. Also, I talked to you about the project update that was in the management update. The projects and initiatives update can be found on the website. If you go to the top of the website, there's some pull-down menus there, community information, reports and forms, then general manager reports, and then you can navigate to a highlighted area that says project and initiative updates. Click on that. We'll be updating those every other week so the members can see what is happening with those projects. Jason, I know we've got some other projects that you've been working on for a while, missed deliveries or whatever, what have you. So tell us what else is going on.
So as we've all known, there's about 60 long tables that need to be replaced. They've well worn past their life, and ordered them, and there's an issue with shipping. They did tell me that I needed to have a forklift here on site to get the tables off.
Yeah.
So they went back, took those back. We now have been able to reestablish, get a lift gate, and so they just waiting on delivery on them now.
Good deal.
So those will be coming. We'll be replacing all those. What I'll probably do is shift a lot of those to the north and south, and then because we still have the aluminum framed ones that are still in good shape, so we'll ship the other ones to the north and south and keep the rest over to replace the bad ones at the main.
Got it.
They get used a lot, so it's about time they got replaces. So glad the board said,
Yes.
yep, go ahead and do it.
Yes.
Another thing that's got replaced that we've been waiting on for a while is chalkboards in the billiards room.
Yes.
So those did come in. We are just scheduling with a vendor to come in and hang them because it's not as simple as just putting it up there. We got to put it up there. Got to have them framed so it looks nice and everything. So.
Do you test them with the nails? On
Yeah,
the
just
okay.
scratch that. So those will be coming in. So like I said, those chalkboards are there. Just working with the vendor on when we can schedule them to install it. Lastly, I did order some new tables for the north and the main pool. So the outdoor pool, there's a couple tables that are cracking the
Yes.
fiberglass. So did order some new replacements for them. Again, just waiting for them delivered. Once they get delivered, we'll go ahead and replace them.
Good deal.
So I know that's just a brief snapshot of some of the projects. Chris, I know we got a lot more projects going on.
Yes, lounge expansion. That is the biggest project that we're working on right now. As a reminder, that contract was signed with the vendor, American Eagle, on March 27th, or was approved by the board at the open session on March 27th, then signed April 1st, based on the RFP process, etc. The work is on schedule. Excuse me. The vendor had set a completion date of mid-October, but right now they are moving on schedule, maybe a little slack. We're hoping to have the project completed by September 30th. And the board receives updates every 2 weeks. They'll meet with the architect, with the lead construction manager, as well as Mark Schleiden, who is the staff liaison on that project. Total project cost approved by the board of directors is $850,420. Funding will be from the capital improvement in the amount of $629,449.16, and from the repair and replacement funds in the amount of $220,970.84. $220,970.84. Woo! That's okay. CC&R amendment. That's another one. This is for the repair and replenishment fee. As a reminder, this was overwhelmingly approved by the community through a vote of the membership. We also had to then do a vote of the first lien holders who have funded a note on the property, about 1,700 banks out of the 3,327 homes that we have here at the HOA. We got that completed on May 25th. It was approved. So then we had to record that, and that's CC&R Amendment number 8 had to be recorded. It was recorded. Originally, we had told the community for the last 3 months that it was going to be recorded on June 4th. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. It was recorded on June 17th. Members will be able to go to the website and see this CC&R update as well as the escrow documents. We're getting that from the attorney who handled this project for the board. Properties that close after the June 17th recordation date will be subject to the repair and replacement replenishment fee. That is, again, a portion of the assessments prepaid either through escrow or within 9 months of a new home being purchased within the community. There are some exceptions in there. That will be on the escrow documentation. That will be on the outside-facing website, so you don't have to be a member to log in to see that. That will be there so that members can take a look at that. And then last but not least, the South Clubhouse Pool closed on May 6th as the pool plastering, the deck work, painting, etc. Work is progressing, and the scheduled date to complete that is July 31st. As a side note, on the 17th, we begin working on June 17th to June 23rd, working on the hallway there in the South Clubhouse to fix the tiles. We had some issues with pooling of water, cracked tiles, also tiles that were lifting because water and whatever.
Yeah, when we had that leak in the pool where we had the fill line where
Yes.
it broke
Yes.
last year, what happened with water kind of flowed underneath
There
the
you
tiles
go.
there and caused it.
So that should be completed June 23rd. Then you can resume utilizing the restroom and that hallway to get to the gym. And then, as I said earlier, July 31st, South Clubhouse Pool will be open for your enjoyment. Now, we've got, of course, we can't forget about the sub-associations.
No, going on. Like I said, we just got through with the walkthrough from all three subs today. A little bit of work in each one, so we get taking care of those. Remember, subs meet quarterly, so our next meeting is coming up in July. So Lakeside will meet on July 26th at 1:30 p.m. Lakeside 2 will meet on July 25th at 3:30 p.m. and Fairway Villas will meet on July 16th at 2 p.m. All these will be in the main clubhouse multi-purpose room. So if there's anything you want to bring to the board or discuss within those sub-associations, please come to those meetings. They're open to the membership, and it's a time to get some discussion with the board.
Perfect. Okay, well, I want to thank you for watching this wonderful video put together by the Good Day Sun Lakes team of Edanan and Bob. Also, this is for the June report. We'll be looking to give you further updates at the open session meeting in June. The delegates meeting that will happen July 11th is the delegates meeting. As a reminder, usually delegates go dark in July, but they did choose to go have a meeting on July 11th. So you'll be getting more information then. And your hosts, Jason Ewals, Christopher Mitchell, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Admin Update.
Sun Lakes CC Channel 97 presents the Administration Update with Jason Ewals and Christopher Mitchell.
And then last but not least, the South Clubhouse Pool closed on May 6th as the pool plastering, the deck work, painting, etc. Work is progressing, and the scheduled date to complete that is July 31st. As a side note, on the 17th, we begin working on June 17th to June 23rd, working on the hallway there in the South Clubhouse to fix the tiles. We had some issues with pooling of water, cracked tiles, also tiles that were lifting because water and whatever.
Yeah, when we had that leak in the pool where we had the fill line where
Yes.
it broke
Yes.
last year, what happened with water kind of flowed underneath
There
the
you
tiles
go.
there and caused it.
So that should be completed June 23rd. Then you can resume utilizing the restroom and that hallway to get to the gym. And then, as I said earlier, July 31st, South Clubhouse Pool will be open for your enjoyment.